You ever walk away from a conversation feeling drained, like your energy, time, or kindness was just taken, but no one said thank you? That uneasy feeling deep down, it might be telling you something real. Let's talk about the signs, the real signs, that you're not just being nice, you're being used. And trust me, the people doing it, they're not always obvious manipulators. Sometimes they're the ones closest to you. Sign 1. You only hear from them when they need something. Think about it. How often do they call you just to check in, to ask how you're doing? Or do the messages only come when they're in trouble, broke, sad, or bored? People who use you don't keep up relationships. They manage transactions. You're not a friend or family. You're a resource. If they ghost you when their life is fine and only show up when they need help, that's not love. That's convenience. Sign 2. They never reciprocate your efforts. Relationships, whether friendships, family ties, or romantic ones, are a two-way street. If you're always the one reaching out, planning things, giving rides, lending money, being the emotional support system, and they never meet you halfway, that's not you being kind. That's you being taken advantage of. They'll keep draining you as long as you're available because you make life easier for them. But the moment you need something, suddenly they're too busy or didn't see your message. That's not forgetfulness. That's prioritization. And you're not the priority. Sign 3. Your success makes them silent or jealous. Real friends celebrate you. People who genuinely care want to see you shine. But users? They only like you when you're beneath them, when you're useful, when you're struggling, when you make them feel superior. Watch how they act when you succeed. Do they get quiet? Change the subject? Diminish your achievement or make it about themselves? They'll never clap when you win, because deep down, they weren't rooting for you. They were using you. Your growth threatens their control. 5. They only come around when they need something. This one hurts the most because it feels like hope. They vanish for weeks, maybe months, then suddenly reappear with warmth in their voice. But there's always a request waiting behind that smile. It's never, "How are you doing?" It's, "Can you help me with this?" These people are emotional opportunists. They test the waters with small requests, then escalate when you continue to say yes. But their affection is a mask. They're not here for you. They're here for what you can do for them. Real relationships are built on reciprocity. If you constantly find yourself being the giver with no genuine return, it's time to reevaluate what you're really receiving. 6. They downplay your problems but magnify theirs. You try to open up. You tell them about a hard day, a disappointment, or your silent struggles, but they cut you off, or worse, make it about themselves. They say, "That's nothing compared to what I've been through." They belittle your emotions, making you feel like you're being dramatic or weak. Yet, when they go through anything, they expect the world to pause for them. It's a lopsided emotional contract. These people don't just use your time, they use your empathy. And over time, you begin to feel invisible, like your feelings don't matter. That's not friendship. That's emotional servitude. 7. They don't celebrate your wins, they feel threatened by them. You got a promotion, you hit a goal, you finally did something for yourself, and suddenly their energy changes. They're quiet, they brush it off. Or worse, they find a way to make it about them. That's because your success highlights what they haven't done, and people who use others don't want to see them rise. They want them to stay in a role that serves them. They may subtly sabotage your happiness, plant seeds of doubt, or minimize your achievements just to keep control over your self-worth. If someone can't clap for you when you win, they were never truly standing by your side. 8. You feel emotionally drained after spending time with them. Pay attention to your body and your spirit. When someone is using you, your energy knows before your mind catches on. You leave their presence feeling tired, heavy, and strangely empty, not because you gave too much, but because they took too much without giving anything back. Relationships, when balanced, should leave you feeling seen and supported, but users leave you hollow. If every interaction feels like a transaction where you're always the one paying, you're not in a friendship. You're in a silent contract you never agreed to. If these signs felt uncomfortably familiar, you're not alone. Many of us, at some point in life, have been caught in the quiet pain of being used. It's not always loud. It's not always obvious. Sometimes it's in the way someone forgets your birthday but remembers to ask for a favor, or in the way your silence is never noticed, but your usefulness never missed. But let me tell you this, your kindness is not a weakness. Your generosity is not a flaw. The world needs people like you. What it doesn't need is your energy being drained by people who only show up when it benefits them. It takes strength to walk away. It takes courage to say, I deserve better. And it takes wisdom to see through the mask of manipulation disguised as friendship or love. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's your power. That's your turning point. Protect your peace. Value your time. Surround yourself with people who don't just need you, but respect you, who see your worth without you having to constantly prove it. People who stay, even when they don't need anything. That's where you'll find the real ones. Because in the end, it's not about having more people around, it's about having the right people. So, if you've been feeling used, take it as a signal, not a sentence. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to say no. And most importantly, you are allowed to choose you.